Do you remember your days in secondary school when you were doing science, integrated science, and basically those who did science as a course? On today's episode on the Campus Show, we are looking at the topic how studying science impacts human life. I believe there's a lot that goes into it, and where I sit as a journalist doing journalism as a course, there a lot I will learn on this particular show, and I'll entreat you to learn as well. And the person to do this with me is a friend with me, a long-time friend. Is Samuel Lamte, and he's from the University of Ghana. And we'll be having an in-depth discussion and try to share some nuggets about science and all that. So you're warmly welcome to the Campus Show, and you welcome Samuel. So Sammy, you're welcome to the Campus Show.
Thank you very much.
You're finally here. So as I introduce you as Samuel Lamte, and you are in the University of Ghana and all that. That's what I know a bit more about you, but my audience would also want to know much more. So could you tell us a bit about you and who is Samuel Lamte?
Okay. Samuel Lamte is just a simple guy studying science and just love nature. That's all.
Wow.
Yeah.
A simple guy who
Love
loves
science.
science.
Just adore nature.
Okay.
That's
So
all.
apart from school, what do you do?
Oh, apart from school, I'm now trying to venture into this crypto way of earning money and all that. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to learn right now. But I'm not really into it, but I'm just trying to learn.
Okay. I basically asked, apart from school, I need something, mainly expecting an answer on um if you are doing a side job but you're not working
I'm not
alongside.
working.
Okay, so back to the question or your answer about you doing crypto
Mhm.
currency something. Could you
Yes.
tell me a bit? I've been hearing crypto something, and a lot of people have been saying there are a lot of money. Others who are saying, for want of being cautious of in life, don't want to set something they don't know. Could you tell me something brief about it and what it entails?
Okay. Crypto is all about exchange rates and all that, like buying and selling and all that.
Okay,
Every day we keep seeing that the dollar rate keeps, high
exactly.
skyrocketing and all that. So it's like when you are trying to venture into crypto, it's like it's a way of just fetching money. That's all. Like
It's a way
yeah,
of just fetching
fetching
money. I
money.
just want to
Yes.
understand. No, that's not the main need for the discussion here right now. But when it's a way of fetching money,
Yes.
so meaning I can come and join as a novice, then from start I'll just fetch a lot of money.
Oh nah,
It tells a
it
lot
doesn't work that way.
that
You
way.
see, there are types of crypto too.
Okay,
Yeah,
there are types
there
too.
are
It's not
we
one.
have I think forex trading. We have a whole lot, but I'm just trying to focus on
Focus on forex
forex trading.
trading. Okay.
Yes, and focus trading is all about buying and selling. Maybe I can just buy a coin at maybe a higher rate and sell it at a low price or something, or I'll sell it at a low price and buy it at a higher price or something. So that's the way it is.
Okay, so that is all about the
Yes,
cryptocurrency, and
yes,
it
exchange.
fetches a lot of
A
money,
lot
as you're
of
saying.
money, a lot of
Okay,
money, a
so
lot of
guys, we'll stay tuned, and then we'll be expecting him when his cryptocurrency business skyrocket. We'll try and bring him on the campus
I'm
show,
just learning
and also
small.
we are being optimistic so that
Sure,
when the
sure,
money
sure,
comes, we'll
sure,
bring you
sure,
back.
sure,
But my next
sure.
question, I want to find out if you are holding position in school as a student of UG. Are you holding position?
Currently, I'm not having any. I'm not really into any
Holding.
position. Yeah, but maybe in few years time, or yeah, I'll try to be in some position also.
Okay, you are not holding position currently,
Yes.
but moving on, you are
Yes,
aspiring to
but
hold.
not in
Not
this
not in
school.
school, not in
Not in this
school.
school, but
Okay,
in
when you
some
say
other.
moving on and not in school, let me understand further. What do you mean
There's
by
one thing I haven't told you. I want to venture into politics as well. So that is what I'm saying in few years time. In few
guys?
years time.
Like,
So not in school, not in school, not in school.
hey,
Yes.
but I mean, you have no, Charlie.
Yes, you don't know about it.
Sammy is one of my close friends,
Yes.
and we have been talking a lot. And anytime we meet, fine, we talk about other things, though. But one thing we talk about is about book and because he's
Yes.
Shakoas is sitting here.
Yeah.
Although I've not told you,
I
and
hear.
we have not mentioned about you going to politics at all. I don't really know.
Yes.
So you are aspiring also to move into or venture into politics.
Politics, sure.
Oh
Sure,
wow,
sure,
that's very
sure,
great.
sure.
But I believe as you are trying to move in it, bear in mind that I'm also a journalist here, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll come in. You by all means come on my show for me to put you on the
Definitely.
spot. So you have to get
Definitely.
right when you get to be the
Definitely.
politician as you want to be. So
Sure,
my
sure,
next question I
sure.
want to find out from you, as we know that you are a student from UG and all that. Could you tell us the course you're offering in school and then what it entails? Could you briefly explain your course to us?
Okay. Currently, I'm studying animal biology. You
Okay.
see, when we talk about biology, it only entails two things. I think one is plant biology and the other one is animal biology. When we
We're
talk
going
about
to.
animal biology, some people think it's it's all about animals. Like
Okay. So it's
we
not
are,
solely about
it's not
animal.
solely about
But as the
animals.
name sounds, self-explanatory. If you say
You
animal
see,
biology,
but
definitely that's what comes to.
we humans are also animals. You
Okay.
understand?
So
So
teach us. So this is
yes,
where your nuggets of wisdom based on science comes in now.
that's it.
So
That's it.
meaning that when you say animal biology,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't necessarily pertain to animal. You're trying
Not
to
at
tell us
all.
here on the campus show that
Mm-hmm.
we human beings are also animal. Okay,
Animals.
carry on, please.
So it's like that is where the thing comes from. So we animals, we, you see, there was one day I was studying something called this structure called amoeba. I don't know whether you know amoeba.
Amoeba.
It's a
Is it in science?
it's in science. It's a
Take me out.
unicellular organism. So I was studying this thing, and someone was like, "Ah, so why are you
Amoeba.
studying these John things and all that?" I was
Okay.
like, "You see, all these things that you are seeing, they possess all the life processes that we
That's what the
humans."
person was telling you, or you were
That
telling the
that's
person.
what I was telling the person. He was telling me that, like, what are you learning? Like, this structure looks so weird, and every day we
Okay,
are drawing all kinds of stupid stuff. And I was like, oh
exactly.
no, it's not like that, because the bacteria, the unicellular organism possesses all the life processes that we humans um, also do. So it's just that we have more advanced organelles that we function that functions in our body
In
and
our
all that.
bodies.
So we study from that basic parts of it, and then we
Okay.
move on to what humans is, because all the
Okay.
life processes that they do, that's what
So
we also
you
do.
are telling me that when you talk of the amoeba, is it what
Amoeba,
amoeba
yes,
is basically what?
it's just a unicellular organism.
Okay, in humans, or
Now it's just like, I don't know. It's I think we call something prokaryotic cell. So they are just
prokaryotic
cells.
cells.
They are just
Okay.
cells.
But where are they? Okay, they are not in humans.
Yeah, we can only see them with microscope and all that. So it's just like
Ah,
the
okay.
cellular level, and it grows. The cell goes down to what the organ system and all. So you are full of organ system and all that. So when I look at you,
Okay.
you are full of organ system and all
As
that.
an
So
example
those
of organs.
organs and all that. So those cellular things grow towards organ system, and they function and become a whole human part. And
Okay.
that's the way it is. Understand?
Okay.
So cell biology or animal biology is basically about anything that pertains to life apart from plants. Anything that pertains to what?
So
Life.
animal biology can also be called cell biology.
Yes,
That's another
it's
name.
another branch in
And
biology. Yes, under animal
no, but
biology.
what I want to clarify is that animal biology is it the same, or can it be also called as cell
You
biology?
can't call
As
it as cell
okay,
biology. It's also a branch. It's animal
okay.
biology with branches.
Okay, so animal biology is a whole thing on its
Course on
own,
itself with
having
branches.
different branches.
Yes,
Guys, if you
yes,
are still
yes.
watching, I believe you are learning something here, something new which you have not heard. As I'm sitting here, I'm hearing a lot of science words I can't even pronounce, but all the same, this is where you can get some nuggets and know new words, certain things, and learn certain things right on the campus show. And I'm doing this with Samuel Lamti, he's a science student at the University of Ghana studying animal biology. And we are having a real interesting conversation. The next question I want to find out from you is that I want to ask you to kind of explain or your own definition of the doctrine course. And I'm basically asking this because from where I sit as a journalist, or yeah, from where I sit as a journalist, before proud to me even entering into my profession, okay, back in SHS, I normally have the perception that when you talk of the doctrine or the profession doctor, then everybody you see is a doctor. So veterinarian, is it the correct word? A
Yes,
veterinarian is a doctor.
yes,
When you talk of maybe a new surgeon, is a doctor.
yes.
In your own definition, can you clarify that for us? When you say doctor, are all people we see in lab coats doctors?
No, you see, for you to be a doctor, you're supposed to be licensed. If you don't have license to operate medically, you're not a doctor. That's it. If you don't
Okay.
have that license
So
to
meaning
operate
that every doctor we see, is it only in Ghana or across
across,
the globe?
everyone must have a license.
A
Just like
lines
just
having a
like
car
just like you have a car, you don't have license. You're not supposed to drive.
operate to drive. Okay.
You see,
But someone would also say, if I have gone to school for 7 good solid years, why do I need to be given a license before I can operate as a doctor? This is
it's like
yeah, Sammy.
it's like which example should I give?
Give us because this one there I
It's
don't
like
understand.
um, it's like you have your friend is saying you are in the University of Ghana.
Okay.
We all wearing shirts attacks, all kinds of attacks and
Mufti,
all that.
not okay, not in any
But you are
prescribed
supposed to have
uniform.
this ID which shows say you are a University
Okay,
of Ghana student.
student.
So it's just like that.
Okay, so comparing to even the thing that I said to counter what you are saying, that you have been in school for, you go to school for 7 years and then you still need to be licensed. So
Yes.
you using the students as an example for us to understand,
Yes.
you are going to pay your hostel fees and everything, and amount of fees and everything, and then you still need to have a student ID to
ID.
be verified as a student first. So it doesn't
Yes.
matter that you are going to pay or going through the mail or the process to pay all these amounts of money. You should
Yes.
just be seen as a student.
No.
But no matter, you need to first have an ID
Yes.
before you can be verified as a student. So
Yes.
back
Definitely.
to the matter on the ground is that you need to have a license
Yes.
to
In
be
order to
verified
operate.
as a doctor. Okay.
Yes.
And what does it entail to have a license?
What does it entail? You
Until
have to go through all the processes, all the skills, all the
when you say
learning,
process it, that's in the 7 year
the
school.
7 year schooling,
Okay.
the processes, the training, the grooming, the everything. It entails a
They
lot.
groom you too.
Yes. Yes. You have to groom
Wow.
you.
Guys,
You have to groom
science entails
you.
a
Yes.
lot. And if you're out there and you are eager to learn science, I think there's more opportunity and you can learn some of the nuggets or some of the things you need to know right here on the campus show with what Samuel Lamte is telling us here. And I want to find out from you, moving on, is when, okay, good. So, why do you guys go to school for 7 years? I will know science entails a lot, fine.
Yes.
But I would also say generalizing entails a lot. Oh, guys, am I telling lies? It's true. It entails
Yes.
a lot. Ask
Yes.
my friend who side with
Yes.
me. We don't go to school for 7 solid years, but you do go to school for 7 years. So
Yeah.
why do you go to school for 7 years?
Okay, based on my personal research, for now I'm not really there. So
Okay.
based on my personal research and other friends that are really studying the field, who are really into the field, you see, medicine really deals with human life, and to lose a life, I think you even face God. So the
Mm,
7 years is enough in order for you to go through intense training, in order for you not to be making certain mistakes and all that. I think that's
okay.
the main reason why it is very lengthy for you to go through all those processes. Yes,
Okay. And
that's
I
simply it.
think that, to buttress what you're saying,
Yes,
when at times I watch movies and know that when patients are brought to hospital
yes,
and doctors are supposed to cater for them, they are very eager to attend to them. And
yes,
even I think where I went for a conference recently, and then they were saying that someone was using an example that if someone is a doctor, that's where a doctor you be called at dawn that someone is dying,
yes,
and you have to
yes,
leave your house
yes,
at a very fast, well, within a limited time to get to the hospital, come and cater for the person.
yes,
So, yeah, what they're trying to communicate is that all these things come together
yes,
for you to be able to stay in school or learn something for 7 good years before you come out. So it's
yes.
not about you just being in school
Not
for
at
being
all.
sick, but it entails a lot.
Because the
Okay.
grooming and all, you see, life is very precious. So when you are being called to attend to a certain patient, you're supposed to run towards that and do it. That's all. That's it.
Okay. So I want to find out from you, as a young man learning science in school, what is one thing that really as a young man studying science, you said you're not even there, but
Yes.
me as I see as a doctor, I always tell you, and we'll get there very soon. But what one thing that really inspires you, keeps you moving on your field of profession?
Oh, okay. It's pain. I just hate pain.
You
No
hate
one no
pain.
one no one loves pain, I think. You like pain.
No, I don't like
Yes.
pain.
So for me to see people going through all kinds of pain, all kinds of suffering, I just take it upon myself just to venture into this profession, just to alleviate pain. That's all.
Just to alleviate pain. Very
Yes.
good. So my next question, um, must you necessarily be very intelligent to study doctrine?
In this particular question,
Eh.
I don't think you necessarily have to be a shark, yeah, just to pursue this course.
Just to
Because
pursue.
me
Okay.
personally, I'm not a shark. That's how I see myself.
Hey, Sammy,
I'm not a
you're
shark.
not a shark.
I'm not a shark. I'm
Guys,
not a
see
shark.
someone say he's not a shark.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
not a shark. Me
When
personally,
I
I'm
sit
not a
by
shark.
you swallow me.
Oh no, 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 I'm not, I'm not a shark. I'm not a shark. You see, so that cast me back to Ben Carson. I don't know
Okay.
whether you've watched this movie. I think some time ago you gave me Ben
Mm-hmm.
Carson's this thing, storybook, or
Okay.
it's not a
The
story.
gifted
It's
hands.
the
Gifted
Gifted Hands.
hands.
And thank you for that. That
You
book,
are welcome.
I really like it. You see, Ben Carson was a very very dumb student, but
Okay.
look at him today. became the first neurosurgeon.
And I'm coming. Sorry to cut you short.
Sure.
Ben Carson is also one of his mentors or inspiration he looks
Yes,
up to.
yes,
And
yes,
remember, in the early time of the interview, he made mention that he also wants to venture into politics after school
yes.
sometime.
Ben
And Ben
Carson
Carson is also
a
a politician now.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, did that come from there?
You see, I think politics and science, politics
No,
and
don't tell me
life.
politics. It doesn't work, brother. Are you being on?
Understand,
No, it
understand.
doesn't work.
Politics and this thing is, if you want to save life, you have to be science
E.
addicted and politics
Then
addicted too.
journalism is outside because it's journalism and politics that goes together.
So
And a typical
I should
example is
also venture into
typical
journalism,
example
right?
is what Kojo Nkrumah. He was a journalist and now he's a politician.
Okay.
You know, no, I'm just saying that because of you telling me that politics and science, sorry, yeah, politics and science goes together. But I'm also trying to counter and tell you that it doesn't. It's rather journalist and maybe you have your side of reason why saying that. So back to Ben Carson's issue of the movie about gifted hands.
Yes. So Ben Carson was a very dumb student. He didn't see himself to be a doctor, but later on in life he decided to be a doctor. It started with so many trials and so many sufferings, like failing, so many failures. I quite remember there was a time there was this test and he had 1% out of something, and he was so happy that he had one out of 10. No, he had one. He was so happy.
Wow, out of 10.
Out of 10,
he had one,
so
which means
the
where
most
he's
happiest.
where he's coming from is
It's
far.
not easy. It's not easy. So like it's like that.
Okay, so you don't. So what you are trying to put across and let us know is that you don't necessarily have to be very intelligent. Because I asked this question because back in school, I tell you, if you guys don't know, that's those I went to school with. I really admire my science students. That's those who offered school. Not to say that I offered general arts back in secondary school. Not to say that I look down or looking down upon those who offered general arts. We are exceptional and we are also good. Sure. That's what we can do. But back in school, I really admire science students. How they learn, how they carry themselves. Others after prep, they stay behind and do that. So that's why it brought me